So hello, good morning. Now this semester I am going to teach you a course on artificial intelligence. This course is a common course for MCA students as well as IT students. For MCA students, course code is CA304 and for IT students it is IT305C. For MCA students it's a regular course, for IT students it's an elective course. So in this course we are going to study what is an artificial intelligence, which is a very hot topic nowadays. Various fields, subfields related with an artificial intelligence, various applications of artificial intelligence. So basically our course objectives are to introduce you various fundamentals of artificial intelligence, which includes basic principles of artificial intelligence, techniques, and various applications of traditional applications of artificial intelligence, which you can later on extend with the current applications. Here we will place our emphasis on teaching fundamentals. We are not going to work on specific softwares or tools or programming environments, which you can do, you will be doing later on in your coming courses on machine learning and data analytics. So basically, with this course, you will be able to gain what are different historical perspectives of AI, different foundations of artificial intelligence. Then you will study various concepts of AI. You will investigate various applications of AI techniques in intelligent agents. So we'll see what are intelligent agents, which is one of the view that nowadays uh, AI uh, scientists they have taken while developing AI systems. We'll learn various methods of solving problems using AI. Then our course mostly moves around with along with various search strategies which are used in AI, which is the heart of artificial intelligence systems. So if you see the syllabus which is available on our website, that is 1920 syllabus. Our syllabus is divided into 8 different parts, or you can say units, where unit 1 will introduce you what is an artificial intelligence. So basically we are going to study out here uh, what is an AI. Then we will study what are different application areas of AI. We will see various applications of AI. What is AI today nowadays? What are different roles after studying AI that you can have? What are the roles available in the market if you study artificial intelligence related uh, subjects? Then you will study here what are different historical uh, milestones that has been achieved in field of AI. That is, we will see historical perspective of AI, right? Now, and later on, we will see at the end what is an AI agent, which is nowadays a new way to study AI systems. What is an AI agent? So that is what your unit 1 is. So basically unit 1 will introduce you what is an AI. Then we will move to unit 2, which is on state space search. So which is one of the way to solve some of the AI problems. Uh, Search is the heart of most of AI systems. So some of the AI problems you can solve by defining its state space. So how to do that, and what are the basic techniques available to find out or solution to the problems with state space search, that we will study in unit 2. So we will also see there what are different traditional AI problems which are discussed in literature of AI. Then in unit 3 we will discuss what is heuristic search. So heuristic is basically heuristic means a rule of thumb or some intelligence. So search can have intelligence associated with it to make it efficient. So we are going to study some of the techniques which uses heuristic to carry out the search. For example, best first search kind of search, hill climbing search. Then we will move to fourth unit, which is on randomized search, which uses some randomization. So we are going to study techniques which uses randomization in carrying out the search. Very good example of that is Ant colony optimization algorithms, ACO algorithms. So we will be studying ACO algorithm in this randomized search along with other algorithms. So basically ACO algorithms, they deal with ants behavior. So modeling of that in the form of algorithm. We know that ants, they are large in number, small in size, but if they come together, they perform miracle. So that can be modeled as a search problem, where what search is performed. Generally, you will find out ants, they move in search of food. So how they find out their food and path from food to their nest, that is an interesting uh, part. So that is modeled as an algorithm. We call that as ACO, Ant colony optimization type of algorithm. For solving certain set of problems where uh, this randomized algorithms can be used, ACO can be used. So generally optimization type of problems are solved. In unit 5 we are going to discuss a technique called as problem decomposition. You can view that also as a search. In this problem decomposition, basically we use divide and conquer. So complex problem, we divide it into the parts, and then those parts are tackled separately. So that is modeled as a search algorithm, and one of that algorithm is AO-star kind of search algorithm that we will be discussing in this unit 5, that is on problem decomposition. Unit 6 is little bit different, but again related with search, that is on game playing. In game playing we are going to study how to use AI technique for solving certain games, single player games or multiplayer games. Basically we will see one of the important game playing algorithm which is used in Deep Blue, that was alpha beta cutoff algorithm. So unit 6 deals with that, but you will find out that is also uh, implemented as a search problem. So basically game playing also related with search. So this unit 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, all these units, they discuss search in artificial intelligence. Then in unit 7, that is on planning and constraint satisfaction. So basically in this unit 7, we will study how AI can be used for solving more complex problems, like robotics kind of problem, or consider the problem of designing a timetable with a software. So timetable design or scheduling problem, we call it. It requires to satisfy a lot of constraints. So we call those set of problems that come under constraint satisfaction problem. So scheduling type of problems, how to tackle them, what are the techniques, or planning, that is related with planning. Planning and constraint satisfaction later on is combined for solving more complex problems. So basically, when we tackle those planning problems, the complex problems, you need to have appropriate planning technique. For example, robot rover which was sent on Mars. So the kind of programming that it requires, that was planning technique. So we will find out, we will study what kind of programming and how that programming is done in AI for implementing rover kind of applications. And our last unit, that is unit 8, that is on logic and inferences. So basically this unit deals with how to represent knowledge in zeros and ones. So already we have discussed in last semester mathematical foundations of computer science last year in your first semester one course, and in that course we have studied uh, this logic and how to draw inferences in logic. So out there we have studied prepositional and predicate logic. What we are going to do in this course, we are going to study how to use that mathematics in artificial intelligence. So you will be surprised, in AI, whatever we have discussed so far, all these applications, they require representation, and that representation is logic representation. We do not have so far any other mechanism which can be used for representing our problem or uh, the knowledge. So all AI problems, they are represented with prepositional kind of logic. There are variations of that, and problem solving also has been done on that 0 1 representation only. So this last unit is basically application of what we have studied in mathematical foundation in AI. But you will find out, uh, to understand this search algorithms and planning techniques, you need to use this logical representation. So what we are going to do, we will study this unit 8 after this unit 3, so that while understanding search algorithms where knowledge is represented in this logical form, we will not have any difficulty. So our sequence will be something like this. We will have unit 1, 2, 3 in the same sequence. Then we will have unit 8, so that we will understand latter part in our syllabus. Then other units, that is 4, 5, 6 and 7 in the same sequence. So this is how I am going to cover all these 8 units. Okay? Now after studying this course, what is expected from you at the end of this course? You will be able to identify problems which comes under AI. You can find out solution for that problems in AI. You will be able to identify appropriate AI techniques for solving those given problems, because you will have a lot of techniques after studying this course with you. So you can think of, for the given problem, which techniques, suitable techniques can be used. Then you will be able to develop a smart system, design a smart system, because development part that you can do later on, because we don't have practicals. Yes, but those who are interested, they can start coding in Python. Problems, some of the problems I will give you in between. So design of smart systems using different searching techniques. So that we can do, you will be able to do after studying this course, because many of AI problems you will find out they use either of the search technique, and you will be able to apply suitable algorithms for solving various AI problems. So this is what you will be able to do after studying this course. So these are our course outcomes. Now to study this course, these are the references that we are going to use. These are the 3 books that basically I will be using. First book is Deepak Khemani's book, this first book, front page of that book. That is, its title is a first course in AI, that is McGraw-Hill Education India. So that is our textbook for this course. Along with that, these two other books also we are going to use as a reference book. Second book is by Rich and Knight. Title is Artificial Intelligence. This is the second book. This is the title cover of that book. This is again from Tata McGraw-Hill publication. And third very good book which has been used now most of the international universities also, that is by Russell and Norvig, that is Artificial Intelligence, this third book, blue cover, Artificial Intelligence, a Modern Approach, Prentice Hall publication book. For some of the topics we will be using that book also. In short, you will find out on the net, that is called as AIMA book, AIMA, popularly known as AIMA. So these are the three books that we are going to use. Along with this, you will find out if you study our syllabus closely matches with the course which is available on the NPTEL, that is Swayam site, NPTEL course, MHRD's project. So most of our course content, video lectures, you will find out of Professor Khemani on this site. So you can access all those lectures, most of the lectures, video lectures of Professor Khemani from this site. Along with this, during pandemic, for MSc students, the topics which I could not cover till the March, after that I put video lectures on my YouTube channel. If you search this is the name of the channel, Satish Sir KVCNMU. You will find out 25 plus videos on that YouTube channel also. And for our course, I have created a Google Classroom, and you might have received invitation also. Many of you might have joined also. IT students as well as CS students. Yesterday I have sent you invitation and I put this presentation also on that yesterday. But some of the students might not have received. If their emails were not in that list, they can join that classroom with this code CZIVE3K. So use this code to join that classroom, those who have not received invitation through the mail. So I will be putting my presentations and other supplements, that is artificial intelligence has been defined in the literature, and we will define artificial intelligence from our perspective also. So artificial intelligence, basically it's a combination of two words, artificial and intelligence. Sometimes you will find out that is also called as machine intelligence. So basically artificial intelligence, artificial means man-made, and intelligence, as we know what an intelligence is. Yes, intelligence, you can define it in different ways, like its ability to make decisions, as you have told, or one of you told that its ability to think, right? And you can define again it in other ways also, ability to solve problems. So basically intelligence is related with thinking ability, problem solving ability, and artificial means man-made. So as a human being and animals, since we have brain, we have thinking ability, we say that they are intelligent. But machine, to make machine intelligent, you have to incorporate that intelligence explicitly, because machine cannot think. And we know that this intelligent requires knowledge. To make decisions, you need to have knowledge, because we know that if you are a policy maker, if you are a decision maker, high level decision maker, you are paid more, because more knowledge is required for making decisions. So basically intelligence requires knowledge, and this knowledge takes various forms. So we have seen therefore that artificial intelligence, that is AI, and natural intelligence, they have several things which are uncommon. In many of the AI books now you will find out, instead of AI system, there is a term called as intelligent agents. So basically what it means? It means agent is a device which perceives its environment, and based on what it has perceived, with the help of sensors, it takes actions, and these actions are taken to achieve certain goals. So AI system, nowadays we call it intelligent agents, right? So agent, like a human agent, as a human agent we have different sensory organs. For example, we have eyes which perceives the environment. With the help of that we can see around, and whatever we see, that is given as an input to the brain, right? So brain receives that input, whatever our eyes sees, and processes it and takes various actions. That actions are taken to achieve certain goal. So similar to eyes, what are other sensory organs that we have? Yes, right. Other than our eyes, we have, yes, ears. Yes. Then yes, nose. Right. With the help of nose, we smell. Then yes, temperature sensing. Okay, okay. So that is our skin. Basically, our skin, with the help of skin, we can sense the temperature. So skin is a sensory organ, and along with that, tongue also. With the help of tongue, we can taste. So these are the sensory organs that we have, and uh, uh, these sensory organs, they take input from the environment, and then our brain processes that input, and accordingly we take actions. So that is what as a we function as an agent. Similar to this, we have AI agent, where AI agent will have various sensors for perception purpose, like camera or microphone, like this. And this sensor, they will give input to the computer. Instead of brain out there, computer will process that intelligently. So something you will have to incorporate to perceive, to process that, and accordingly it will take actions by rotating motors or resetting or setting your relays in robots. Informally, you will find out this term artificial intelligence is often used to describe machines that mimic cognitive functions that we associate with human minds, such as learning and problem solving. So these are the two basic abilities that we have. We are able to learn. We learn by instruction. Right now we are doing the same thing. I am instructing and you are learning. We learn from experience. You learn by reading. You learn by searching through the literature. So there are various sources by which we learn. And another thing is that problem solving ability. That is the another feature associated with intelligent human beings, that we have ability to solve problems. So that is related with intelligence. So if you are very good in problem solving, that means you are intelligent. That's what people say. So that is how AI has been used in some of the literature. Now what we will see, you might have heard other terms like machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence. We'll see how they are related with each other and what is meaning of that. AI already, as we have seen, here we are going to develop computer systems because we don't have any other machine other than computer. with the help of which you can make intelligent systems. So intelligent systems, they use computers. So we are going to use computer to perform tasks which requires intelligence. Uh, Example of such a task are visual perception. With the help of our eyes, we can see, and that is given as an input to our brain, and then that is processed and we take actions. So this perception requires intelligence. Along with this, speech recognition, that is also artificial intelligence, because we can understand what somebody is speaking, we can process it, we can also speak various languages. So speech recognition is one of the application of AI, like Alexa, you might have seen Alexa application. So it understands what we speak. Of course, it needs learning, training, and takes actions accordingly. We say, Alexa, please uh, play that song. Then that software plays that particular song. Then the decision making, it also requires intelligence. Already you told me that decision making is related with intelligence. Translation applications, translating one language to other language. For example, translating from Marathi to English, English to Marathi, Hindi to Marathi, Hindi to English, like that. So all these are application of AI. All these applications, they require intelligence. And if you do that on computer, we say that it's a intelligent system or AI agent. Now you might have heard another term that is machine learning. That is again associated with artificial intelligence. It's application of AI basically. It's application of AI that provides systems that ability to automatically learn. This is important. Systems that automatically learn. Later on, you need not have to program. So that system will learn automatically and improve from its experience. The way we do that as a human being, we improve ourselves from the experience. Everything is not taught. So if your system agent is able to do that, we say that it is machine learning without being explicitly programmed. So machine learning basically it focuses on development of computer programs to learn for themselves, right? So machine learning basically is a system which automatically learns and improves from its experiences. Then another term you might have heard, that is deep learning. Artificial neural networks. We know that our human brain, because of which we are intelligent, is a it has a biological neural network inside it. So people, they have been trying to understand how our biological neural network works. Uh, it's a very complex functioning, and they tried to model it. There was a one school of thought. It was proposed in 19 around 50s. So you can make out in 1950s, 52, first digital computer it has came in existence. So at the same time, a school of thought was there which was thinking development of artificially intelligent systems. So one of the approach they thought of, that was artificial neural network, that was mimicking the human brain. So they started studying human brain along with biologists and mathematicians, and they tried to model it, and we call that as artificial neural network. So, but you might be knowing, you will be surprised, it is found that after a lot of studies so far, only 30% of our functioning of human brain has been understood. And whatever we have understood, on based on only on that, people they modeled, prepared a mathematical model, and then that has been simulated on computer. We call that as artificial neural network. So basically deep learning is related with that, learning with artificial neural network. So it delivers state of art accuracy in the sum of the task. What type of task nowadays they have been programmed with deep learning. One of the tasks is object detection, uh, detecting, for example, the unfamiliar activity which is happening, for example, in the ATM. With ATM, you might have seen there are cameras, CCTV cameras, and if that camera, people they are developing a systems in such a way that if that camera detects certain uncommon scene, it will alarm at the headquarter. It will put the alarm so that automatically action can be taken. So such a lot of such applications are there which uses deep learning successfully. Speech recognition type of applications and language translation type of application. Nowadays people they have found successful with a deep learning. So basically it's a separate mechanism that is different from traditional machine learning techniques. So you are going to study that in machine learning in the next semester. Now let us see the impact of artificial intelligence on the industry right now. If you study right now the situation of the industry and impact of it on artificial intelligence, you will find out that AI will technically will be able to replace around 40 to 50% of the jobs globally. So uh, you see the impact. What kind of jobs that we will see afterwards. By 2022, no less than 54% of all employees will require significant reskilling or upskilling. Reskilling and upskilling. So it should be reskilling. Reskilling and upskilling. So more than 54% of the employees requires upskilling because the job profile will change. It is changing. So we will have to update ourselves according to the industry requirement. So therefore we are studying this course and related courses. Also we know that by 2020 an estimated 80% of the business to customer conversations will be conducted by machine or bot. So automation will be there and we are experiencing that right now, that the conversations have been automated. So we will have to be front runner, AI front runner, so that we can take advantage of the situation, current situation. So we are fortunate that we are in a situation and we are learning artificial intelligence so that we can uh, make advantage in the industry. Now let us see the various applications of artificial intelligence in the AI revolution. You will find out that AI has been in our lives every now and then, everywhere. Today only you might have noticed a news in the newspaper that artificial intelligence is used in detecting COVID, diagnosis of COVID patient. So the news is something like this, that AI application has been developed which identifies the COVID patient or diagnose the COVID patient by analyzing its patient's voice. So there is a difference between normal voice and patient suffering from COVID, both the voices. So AI software has been used to detect difference between these two. So which is done in 30 seconds of time. So immediately within a minute you will get the diagnosis. In Lokmat you will find that news. So every day we are finding out such a news. So in healthcare you will find out this artificial intelligence has lot of applications like machine learning algorithms are used which are at par with the doctors for diagnosing the specific illness based on images or pneumonia through the chest x-rays and skin cancers through the photos. So these are the applications where AI has been used. Also, you will find out these AI solutions can augment the person and lab facilities, which will help to overcome the barriers to access and solve accessibility problems through early detection, diagnosis, decision making, and treatment. So every day we are coming across such a news. Specifically, yesterday only we have gone through the news that cancer screening, treatment, these are the areas where AI has been used. AI provides tremendous scopes and targeted a large scale inventions. So, very hot field where AI has been used, almost you can think of the situation or the domain where you can use artificial intelligence. Second field where AI has a lot of scope which has been used, that is agriculture field. For example, soil health monitoring and restoration through image recognition application and deep learning models. Similarly, crop health monitoring and providing real-time action advisors for the farmers that we can do with the remote sense data, high resolution data, of course, whether and AI technologies can be used for these applications in agriculture. Similarly, increasing efficiency of farming mechanism, different farming mechanisms that can be done with AI, and people they are already doing it by using image classification tools combined with remote and localized sense data. Not only this, now you might have seen that in education, because of this pandemic situation, many of the hundreds of online courses they are pouring, people they are pouring online, and people they are incorporating artificial intelligence to make them live, interactive. So basically, these are the applications like adaptive learning tools, development of adaptive learning tools like applications you might have find they are incorporated in your Byju's or Coursera or EDX kind of learning management systems. So basically, they use adaptive learning tools. For example, right now, I am conducting this course online, part of this course online. All of you are listening to this, but not necessary that all of you are learning with the same speed. So, to cope up with different speeds, the course has to be interactive. I must understand that those who have not understood a certain part, they should be treated separately. So for that purpose, we can have a solution like I can have video prepared for this. I can give that to you, or I can have a quiz in between this so that I can understand what you are learning, understanding based on the feedback. Then I will change my delivery, something like that. So a lot of scope is there, use of AI, and people they have been using to make it adaptive. So AI may not but replace the teacher, but it has potential to assist teacher efficiently and effectively for managing classrooms, right? So a lot of automation is possible here. Along with this, intelligent and interactive tutoring systems are there that can provide great benefit to the students through the delivery of learning materials which is adapted to the child's proficiency level, learning style and pace of learning. So this is the expectation, and now people they have been successfully using AI for this purpose. Similar to this, predictive tools to inform preemptive action for students predicted to drop out school. That is, analysis of test result and attendance records using AI can be used to predict. We can use that for probable student activities and inform preemptive action. So we can make out in advance that what is the possibility that this particular student will leave the course classroom. So beforehand we can take the appropriate action. So a lot of possibilities that we have in field of education. Then we have banking and finance. Lot of banking and finance opportunities are there for AI people. Like banks could replace all their credit officers and many of the banks are already done that with algorithms which issue smarter loans with much lower default rates. So, along with that, banking frauds, fraud detection mechanisms are there, automatic mechanisms are there. These banking frauds can be captured by scanning through the vast transactions data. So, this huge data, lakhs of transaction, they are used for analysis purpose. So, it's a data science application, and then tracking down is done by any unorthodox activities or irregular behavior patterns, and hence with this smarter artificial intelligence, banks are able to detect fraud and protect security breaches. So already this is going on. Similar to this, AI is a game changer for risk management, a very good application of AI in banking, finance, that is risk management. With we have tools, and uh, whatever is the assimilated knowledge, a greater level of risk analysis is possible with the AI. This will help bank to create tailored product based on customers history. So lot of scope is there in banking and finance for application of artificial intelligence. Then smart transportation. Intelligent transportation systems are developed using AI and intelligent traffic management systems, which include sensors like CCTV cameras, automatic number plate recognition cameras, speed detection cameras are there in our country also, signalize pedestrian crossings. We don't see that much at our place, but in metros or in other countries, European or American uh, states, you will find out such a systems. Real-time dynamic decisions on traffic flows such as lane monitoring, Google applications like traffic uh, pathfinding. All these are applications of AI. Right? Smart ticketing, automated trucking is another area where AI technology is being used. Here, that helps to increase the safety and hauling efficiency through the intelligent platooning, where the trucks from platoons giving drivers the liberty to rest while the platoon keeps moving, like that. In addition to this, very well example of this, all of us knew, that is commercial taxi companies like Uber, Ola. They are able to replace every single human driver with AI-powered self-driving car. Not only that, this uh, uh, app itself, complete model, business model of Ola, Uber. I will repeat it again. After various areas, current areas related with artificial intelligence. Now let us see this another field, subdomain of AI, which is the data science. It's an interdisciplinary field which uses various statistical and mathematical techniques, processes, and then algorithms are developed for extracting knowledge and providing insights from the structured or unstructured data which is largely available on the internet. There are several applications, and these are applications of an AI also, like that is used for prediction purpose. That data is used, huge data is used, which is structured, unstructured. One of the very good example of this is classification of your mails in your mailbox. Now you will find out there is a spam folder where automatically the spam mails are transferred. So system automatically detects whether your incoming mail is a spam or not spam. So it's a classification application. Then we have applications associated with recommendations, like in Flipkart or Amazon, Netflix, you get recommendations. These recommendations are based on the data that system collects. So these are personalized recommendations. These are different for every person. AI is used for that purpose. Then applications like pattern detection and grouping. So in pattern detection and grouping, very good application is fraud detection application or anomaly detection. It's a class where bank fraud detection is a specific application. You can have classification application where your classes may not be known, unsupervised learning we say there. Then recognition type of applications in data science, like image recognition or text recognition, video recognition, facial expressions recognition, all these applications. Then actionable insights, that is via dashboards, reports and visualizations. A lot of data every day is recorded and that has been used for this purpose. We have automated processes and decision making. Just now I told you in banking and finance, credit card approval process that has been automated nowadays for most of the banks. Then scoring and ranking, applications like your credit score or FICO score, that has been done automatically by softwares. Segmentation type of market segments, for example applications, demographic based marketing, sorry. Then optimization applications like finding out, just now we have seen in banking and finance, risk management. Then forecasting applications, sales forecast in the industry or revenue forecast for the coming year. So all these are, this list is incomplete. A lot of other applications you can add. These are applications of data science and ultimately applications of artificial intelligence. So therefore now come to this. This is more important from our point of view as a computer student. Now these are the roles now that we can have in this age of AI revolution. You will find out jobs are there out here. Data analyst and scientist, e-commerce and social media specialist jobs. We have jobs like AI and machine learning specialist. Then general and operations managers, which requires knowledge of AI. Big data specialist, you will find out there is a requirement. Sales and marketing professionals, they need to have nowadays knowledge of AI. New technology specialist, organizational development specialist, software and application developers and analysts. All these roles, they require knowledge of artificial intelligence. Information technology services persons, process automation specialist, innovation professionals. Nowadays you will find out such a requirement is there. Here you should have knowledge of AI. Information security analyst. So wherever you will find out analyst word, you need to use knowledge of AI. So these are the roles that you can perform whenever you will go to the industry. We have roles, extended list to that. E-commerce and social media specialist, they also need to have knowledge of AI. User experience and human machine, HMI we call it, designers. Training and development specialist, robotic specialist and engineers. People and culture, also you need to have knowledge of AI, roles related with this. Specialist client information and customer service workers, organizational development specialist, service solution designers, digital marketing and strategy specialist, this list is also incomplete. You will find out most of these jobs they require knowledge of AI. So nowadays the roles have changed. Now these are the roles that companies they are offering. So we have to be ready for this. So now let us come to some of the AI problems, traditional AI problems. Now whatever we have seen so far, that was your current scenario of AI. All these application areas and applications that I told you, uh, applications of data science, ultimately computer, AI, artificial intelligence, all this is current scenario of AI. If you go to the theory of artificial intelligence, you will find out in AI such a problems are studied first, and then you can extend that for the problem just now I told you, which are required in the current market. So these are some of the problem areas, traditional problem areas of artificial intelligence. So in AI book, you will find out such a problems are discussed. So we are going to discuss how to solve such a problems, and later on you can discuss when you are going to make specialized study how that can be extended for these roles and applications, right? So now we are starting what we have in our course. These are the applications or problems which you can associate with the problems or applications that we have discussed before this. So we will continue further in the next class. We will now revise what we have discussed today. Today we have started with what is an artificial intelligence, what is intelligence, human intelligence, and what is artificial intelligence. And then we will go back. I introduce you what are our course content, how we are going to conduct this course, then relation between AI, machine learning and deep learning, impact of this AI on industry nowadays, application of this AI, lot of applications we have discussed. Along with that, we have discussed applications of data science, which is a subfield of AI. Then I told you what are the roles that as a computer science student having knowledge of AI that you can have in the market when you will go out, then you can fit yourself in one of this area after specialization. So basics of all this we are going to study, and then you can extend, you will be extending that by learning machine learning and data science afterwards. And this field is so vast, whatever is required you will have to learn. The basic tool nowadays that is used is Python programming language or R type of programming language. So you will have to learn those languages also very well. Reach library is associated with Python, so you can make use of that library, and without much efforts you can develop AI applications by using those Python tools. So for that purpose you install Anaconda on your machine. Although we don't have lab for our course, but it is advisable that along with this course you run some of the application. I will be telling you those applications in between by in Python programming language. So by that time you can install Anaconda environment. And then I told you these are the traditional application areas of artificial intelligence. We will discuss this in the next class. Thank you. And now your next lecture you can join, that is optimization for some of the students. Manish Joshi sir. will be conducting that
Yes, sir.
lecture. ठीक है, bye.
Sir,
Yes.
canceling for follower.
हाँ.